Hey everybody, happy Teacher Tip Tuesday. So last week we talked a little bit about having progress trackers to track our students and pay attention to how they're doing throughout our classes and our lessons and helping them keep track of the work they need to do. And so now, again, in that same vein of keeping progress trackers for students, I'm curious about progress tracking your parent communication. So we all know that parent communication is a really critical part of teaching. There's a lot that we can learn about our students when we're communicating with parents, and that collaboration with parents can really help us in the classroom. I also know that it's extremely hard to do consistent parent communication because we're given such limited time to do that. And sometimes we just have parents who simply don't want to collaborate with us. And so there are challenges. But more importantly is making sure that you're reaching out to parents, at least a handful of parents every week. And sometimes that's, to discuss the challenges that you're having, but other times it should just be to say something really great about something that a child did. And what's really, really important is that when we are communicating with parents, no matter how you're doing it, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a text message, or you're working through the Remind app, or it's an email, however that communication has taken place, is to make sure that you're tracking that communication. Oftentimes that's something that's going to come back into play with your administration, and they're going to want to know, like, hey, such and such student is behaving this way, or what's up with their grades here, or this and that, right? And they're going to ask if you've been in contact with parents, and you always want to have the record of the times in which you have communicated with parents. So, a lot of times schools work with Power School, and that's one place where you can track, and it's also not necessarily the easiest. So just what's most important is to have a way to track the communication that you have with parents, so that you have that data and so that you can use that data. So how do you track the communication with parents, and what do you do with parent communication? I'd love to know more. And if you could use some support in parent communication, please connect with me. I would love to help you. Have a great week.